Hello and welcome back. Or welcome if you're new. Today we're going to be playing some more Planet Crafter and Happy Sunday. I know it's a little bit weird for me to say Happy Sunday instead of Happy Saturday, but so happy to have seen everybody who stopped at the stream on Saturday. It was an amazing hangout session. Uh, definitely had some interesting moments where I had some difficulty getting past some of the levels. So I absolutely appreciate everybody that was able to join. Again, I just wanted to bring that out. But we have quite a bit planned for today's episode. So, as you can see, I did go ahead and I got some pretty lights put behind us because I figured out, oh, wait, we can actually, change the color and whatnot. So, that was a small little thing that I found that I don't know, I got super excited about. But nonetheless, what I have planned for us today is, well, one thing, come out here and show you. We have so much freaking grass that's actually coming in, and it's really nice to see all of that coming in. But if I bring you in here, as you guys remember, the last time that we were on, and then I have these lights green because, garden area. Heh, eh, eh. Okay, I thought it was funny. Anyways, we come in here, and now there is a plethora of, you know, lockers everywhere, but everything that is in here for a specific crafting reason because something in here says that it takes that item. So we have all of that, and then we have the last time that, we were on together, we got all of this situated. So none of that's really new. The only other thing I would say that I technically did go ahead and put in off camera was I put in one of these bad boys, and that's because what we're going to be doing today is gonna take some power, and I didn't want the power to go out on us like it did last time. Anyways, we are going to be putting some tier 2 algae collectors instead of having these tier 1s that we've had out here. I am also planning on having us put out some flower spreaders. And we have a couple of blueprints and stuff that I found while I was out and about that I just gotta actually remember where I put those at. Where did I put the blueprints? Right here. So I found these when I was out resource gathering and I was good. I didn't go and learn them without you guys. So let's come on up here, learn our new little blueprints, and then we definitely have quite a few messages that we have not gone through. So now would probably be, best time, better than ever, right? All right, so we got a tier 4 mining speed, which amazing, thank you. And then what is the other one? The tier 2 jetpack. Well, that wasn't on the game plan today, but we may be looking to see if the tier 2 jetpack is something that we can actually go ahead and make. But let's go ahead and take a lookaroo at all of the messages. So I finally, from who does this say this from? This is from Riley. I finally managed to locate the system they sent you to. I didn't have much time, but I'll try to give you some advice. The success rate for Planet Crafters is very low because it's an almost impossible task. You should find space, food in your pod, and maybe some space wrecks. You'll be able to grow food when you meet the correct requirements, so try to find some vegetable seeds. Exploration and improvements are essential. Explore and improve your equipment to increase your chances of survival. I hope this message reaches you. It did reach us. Uh, all right. To whomever receives this message, I'm a planet crafter sent to my Gora 3 planet. If you receive this, it means you are near me. Maybe you're a planet crafter as well. The weather is atrocious and I'm running out of resources. There's not enough on the barren world to terraform it. I don't know why I chose the death. This death would have been more pleasant than this hell. If anyone can send me help, please do. Well, if I could help you, I would, my dude. All right, so we have another message from Riley. I ran and managed to obtain more information. I read that you have a greater chance of success if you build your base at an altitude. I'm not sure why yet. And if you manage to heat the planet up enough, some caves should become accessible when the ice melts. And one last thing you can, and it cuts off. So end of communication. It was intercepted. Um, encrypted. Use ore extractors in different areas to extract specific materials, and rockets are really important and help boost your generation of. And they got the rest all got completely cut. So I'm pretty sure we have read this, right? Yes, we did read that. Moving on to the fact that we unlocked the what tier 2 jetpacks, and that should be, is that here or is that the backpack? No, no, we're not having a Dora moment here. Okay, so this is the right one that we needed to go to. We need one super alloy, the jetpack that we currently have, one aluminum, sulfur, and osmium. We should have everything, I think. Yes, we should actually have absolutely everything. I mean, minus we need to go to the other building for the sulfur because I moved the sulfur, but that's besides the point. Okay, so we need one of these. Shoot. Now I remember I do not remember any of the stuff that I needed. I know sulfur was one thing that I had was talking about because that was what I had mentioned on the way down. One of those, and then we are gonna have to double check what it is needed because I just looked at it, but I can't remember what it is. And I know there's a pin thing, but like thingy that you can unlock to pin recipes, but it's a super small print, aluminum and super alloy. Aluminum and super alloy. Aluminum and super alloy. One super alloy and one aluminum coming right up. Okay, now we need to head back upstairs. I mean, I could probably have two of these stations and it not be a problem. Okay, so now we have our tier 2 jetpack. Let's go ahead and oh wait, have we have that equipped already? So we should actually be able to like float or jetpack a lot higher and longer now that we have this. All right, so get moving on to, so we read the messages. Let's go ahead and I wanted to double check what we needed for the flower spreaders. So we need water bottles, fertilizer, and magnesium and super alloy. I wanted to really only start off with a few because I don't want to, use up too much power. What was it again? Super alloy through and water bottles. Although we do actually have an excess of water right now because as you saw, we have that full thing of water downstairs and then I have all this water that's right here. So we're going to use this first. One, two, three. So that's two of them right there. One, two, three. That's three. One, two, three, four. One, two, three. That's five. I had enough altogether in there to make five. And so we'll need one, two, three, four, five super alloy, five magnesium, one, two, three, four, five magnesium, and then fertilizer, which I don't know if we have enough fertilizer on hand, but we should be able to just make whatever we don't have. All right. So one, two. And then what do we need for fertilizer? We need three algae, one sulfur, two eggplant. Where's my algae at? One, two, three. One sulfur, two eggplant. And we're gonna have to make this in somewhat of some batches because I mean, kind of limited on space right now. Right, so I need a fertilizer. Thank you very much. And then I just need to make two more. So what I'm actually going to end up doing is throwing that in there for right now so that I can have the space that I need for the rest of my stuff. And then I need 4 eggplants and then like 6 algae or something like that. 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Now go into our inventory. We should be able to just pull the rest of the items that we had that we needed to be able to make. Yes. So let's go ahead and get a couple of these bad boys put out, guys. So let's put a flower spreader like right there. We're gonna need to come grab flowers, but that's besides the point. We'll put another flower thingy right here because I want to be able to see the pretties. You know what I mean? And then we'll put another one over here because I don't want to over decorate over there, as odd as that sounds. And then we will put one like right here-ish. And then right about here sounds okay too. And that was all that I was able to put up. So then we need to go ahead, head in for flowers. And then I will be right back with you guys. Well, let me re-explain what I'm doing. I'm grabbing flowers, waiting for the rain to kind of like subside a little bit so that we can actually see the flowers a little bit better. And then getting the materials for the next project that I wanted to go ahead and start on, which was the tier 2 algae things. So I wanted to go ahead and get the materials in my inventory for that. So I will be right back with you guys. All right, so I did go ahead and as you guys are probably seeing, now there is actually game audio. When I did my stream on Saturday, I ended up having to like mess with the settings and whatnot, and I didn't realize obviously until almost all the way through the video that there wasn't any game audio. But I should have actually completely fixed that problem. So, with all of that in mind, I'm actually just going to drink from there because the stuff that's in my inventory currently is ones that are going to be for other crafts. So I do have all the flowers in my inventory. Let's go ahead and throw that bad boy in there. And well, just start kind of throwing the flowers in their little respective spots that they're supposed to go in. We'll go ahead and throw one of those. I tried to get different ones. I know there's one that has a duplicate, but that's because I do know that I like that particular one. And then I could have sworn I made 5, so there's another one somewhere that I'm missing. I feel like I could have sworn I made 5 of them. Because that's not a flower thing. Are you one of my flower things? You are one of my flower things. Okay, so we now have all of the flowers planted here very soon, which I think we can actually already see some of the like little grass bits and flowers coming up. Look at that. We got some really pretty flowers now. This makes me honestly so freaking happy. Like, I can't. Oh. And look at me over here having to stop to make sure I was actually still recording because I've been having so many technical issues. Oh my gosh. Okay. Now, the other thing that we were planning on doing was going ahead and putting out the upgraded tier 2. So the upgraded algae thing. this is going to be a little bit finicky about how it wants me to place it, and that's okay. Games can, games do that, and it is what it is. I do want to eventually have nothing but the tier 2s, but for right now, we're just going to put up the additional algae collectors, and then we'll have 2 of the tier 2s, and then we have the 2 just regular tier 1s there as well. Okay, so with all of that in mind, we're gonna let that kind of do its thing, and then we'll come and take a look and see how much more algae we actually get out of that. Now, the other thing that I was wanting us to do today was to add in an additional ore extractor, and I wanted to put it in the sulfur area. So we need 2 osmium, which I know we have. We don't have an uber duper amount of it, but we have enough to make one for the sulfur thing, and 1 iridium rod, and I know we have a lot of iridium, so I have no problem with just making one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I believe it's like 9 or something like that to make a rod. And then 1 super alloy, titanium, and aluminum. 1 super alloy, titanium, and aluminum. And I have both of those right next to each other, so I don't have to go running around all over the base trying to find it. I mean, even if I did, it wouldn't have been that big of a deal, but All right, and then what was I making again? Oh yeah, I was making an iridium rod. Now we have everything to be able to make that ore extractor, and we have water on us. We should be good for food since we're just making one really quick trip. I don't see why we should have to grab food before we leave. But look at all these flowers. They're coming in so nicely. Oh, I'm just getting so excited. We're getting so much greenery coming in naturally because of all the moss and the grass and whatnot. We're just, it's just so exciting to see the progression. Okay. Anywho's, we are making our way up these to go to the little cave that we have marked as sulfur because that seems to be what's pretty like steadily and readily available in this area. So we will see here once I can get the ore extractor down what exactly we will get from here. So let's take a look at what it says it's mining for us, and I labeled this cave correctly. So we have sulfur auto mining for us now. We don't got to worry too much about that. I don't really know how much of it's going to end up being sulfur and how much of it's going to be like other stuff like you guys have already noticed from all of our other ore extractors. Because I mean, this one says it does iridium, and I mean, it's got a decent amount of iridium. We're actually just going to take everything that's here because we've been going through materials today by making some of our projects that I had planned. So I like to try to make sure if, I keep up with keeping it full and not end up running out of materials. That's just not fun. Okay, so let's go ahead and let our oxygen fill up. You guys can see everything that came out of the, iridium ore extractor. And so like I said, I'm just kind of interested to see how much of it ends up actually being sulfur versus you know, whatever else it ends up deciding to give us. And most of this stuff is going to, as you can see, have to go upstairs in the other little storage area for it. That is a-okay with me because then that means that we are well prepared in case we decide to make absolutely anything else. So, okay, there you go. I'm over here just blah, 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 and not really even like completely focusing in on what I'm doing. So we do have, like, as you guys can see, we have this overflow here. Magnesium, there you go. That's what I was looking for. And then the iron, and then this silicone, I would put it in the overflow, but there's another locker that this silicone can actually go in, so I would rather just put that in there because I'm pretty sure that the silicone locker in here is not full yet. And so, yeah, no, it's not. So I can just throw that in there. But I am pretty darn pleased with how this is all starting to come together. Let's just take a quick look here. As you can see, this is the tier 2 one. There is definitely a lot more algae to be grabbed, and we can actually, it hasn't even been that long, and we can actually grab the algae already. So we definitely are going to be changing out those other algae collectors that we have that are the tier 1s to the tier 2s because this was a really, really quick production. So I'm gonna collect from that because I guarantee you I'm not gonna, yeah, I have the space to be able to grab it from the other one as well. But let's drink some water really quick because we do require some water. Food, again, is still a-okay for right now. We will need to eat food here momentarily, though, once we get everything gathered up from here. But I would call that not too shabby. Once those other two get switched out, it's definitely going to be more than likely more on the side of having a full inventory of algae, but not too bad for right now. I probably will switch out those other two for tier 2s. Either it will end up being on camera or I'll end up doing it when I'm, in the process of doing a bunch of like background work. All right, so I did not think about this. This says seeds, but the extra algae is just going to come in here for right now because I am going to end up needing to make a additional locker for algae in itself. But let's go ahead and head back to the house really quick, get some nom noms, and then that is going to be where we end up calling it for the day. Alrighty, that's gonna be all for today, guys. I had a lot of fun hanging out today. I'm hoping that the little bit of the audio problem that I was having originally has been fixed so that the video can be completely enjoyed to the state that, with the game music and, me talking and so forth and all that good whatnots. But if you did happen to like today's video, go ahead and leave a like to let me know you enjoyed. Subscribe if you'd like to become part of the Pitsy Tat Army. And if you'd never like to miss a post, push that bell icon. Now, you spread positive vibes, I'll spread positive vibes. Until next time, I hope you have a perfectly wonderful day. Bye!